Welcome back to Promotions Unlimited's YouTube channel. My name is Michelle and I'll be covering how to engage your customers in this third installment of our Facebook How-To series. In part 1, we explain what Facebook is and why it's an important marketing tool for retailers, and in part 2, we showed you how to set up a Facebook page for your store. Let's get started. First of all, what are fans? Well, on your personal page, you have friends, and on your business page, you have fans. Anyone with a Facebook page is a potential fan. Once a Facebook user likes your page, they've become a fan. Let me show you how you become a fan of someone's page. So I'm going to type in Wall Drugstore. Maybe I saw an ad for them in one of their circulars or passing by their store. And as soon as I clicked like, I'm now a fan of their store. It's important to note that this is likely the only time they're going to visit your page on their own. So how do you communicate with them going forward? Through their newsfeed. So for example, this is my newsfeed. It's going to show me all of the information, all the activity going on with my friends. The most commonly used way to interact is through posting. When you post on your store's Facebook page, the post will be added to your store's timeline. News feeds are meant to show a Facebook user the recent activity of friends and pages they're interested in, so the goal is that your recent post will show up on your fans' newsfeed. So, now that you know the goal is to have your content show up on your fans' newsfeed, let's review how and what to post. I'm going to switch back to Facebook and I'm going to go to Joe's Pharmacy, which is the page that we created together in our previous series. This is where you will add new posts. For example, you could type, "What a wonderful day." And then as soon as you click post, it's going to add to your timeline, and this box is going to be blank again, allowing you to type in another post. The default post option is text, which is what we just did. If you're planning to text post, keep it brief, which is just up to 2 lines. People do not like to read. Click the second tab, right here, to post a picture or video. You can also add a text caption when posting a picture or a video. Since pictures get 54% more engagement than text alone, find ways to add pictures to your planned text posts. For example, if you were planning to post a quote on how wonderful life is, add a pretty picture of a day to go along with it. That's going to get more attention than the quote alone. If your posts are text only, this is what your page will look like, and this is what your fans are going to look like. They will be very bored. Look at the difference between these examples. Pictures really are worth 1,000 words. This is an example of a store, right here, that had a competition for the kids in their community. Through the picture alone, they are showcasing a picture of their store, a happy employee, their involvement in their community, and children. People like looking at people, particularly kids and babies. This one is an example of a charity. You are not being conceited by pointing out that you contribute to a charity. It, like the first post, showed that you are positively contributing to your community. So you'll click on the third tab right here of your post box to post an offer, an event, a milestone, or a question. For an offer, you'll need 100 likes before you can post offers. Offers is a relatively new post type, allowing you to essentially create a coupon that you can advertise on your Facebook page. Events, right here, are used to organize gatherings. Try using events to notify your fans of an upcoming sale. You essentially will be sending out a calendar invite. Milestones are, right here, are key moments that you want to highlight on your page, such as opening a second store. Questions will likely be the third most common type post you'll use. People like to share their opinion and thoughts, so it's a great way to get interaction. So let me show you what it's going to look like to share a post. So I know the National Retail Federation is a page that we really like. We get a lot of information from there. So scrolling down, I really like this post. This is a post talking about what the projections are for spending for back to school. So I want to put that on my page. So instead of copying all the copy and copying the image and then reposting it, I'm going to click share. What a great article. And then share. There you go. So if I go back to Joe's Pharmacy, you can see that I just added their post to our post. That's sharing. So going back to the National Retail Federation page, the point of your post should always be geared towards getting as many of your fans to interact with your page as possible. The more fans interact with your content, the greater chance you have of reaching them through their newsfeed. Sharing, liking, commenting are all examples of how your fans can interact with your content. One thing I want to point out is that when you share a post from someone else's page, it's not stealing, it's mutually beneficial. So that's one way to interact with their page as well as posting on your page. The other way is to like their post. So all you have to do is simply click like. And then the last way I'm going to show you is by commenting. So I'm going to say, what a great article. And then I'm going to hit enter. And it's going to, I've now commented on their page. So to understand the relationship between fan interaction and your reach on Facebook, I'm going to explain something called EdRank. You don't need to be a genius to understand EdRank. EdRank is an algorithm, or a mathematical equation, developed by Facebook to govern what is displayed on news feeds. The exact equation is always changing and never made public. Each Facebook user has an EdRank score. That score is a ranking of sorts, determining whether or not you show up on others' news feeds. So how is your EdRank score determined? It's based on 3 ingredients: affinity, weight, and time decay. So beginning with affinity, affinity evaluates the relationship between you and your fan, or Facebook users in general. It determines how close each fan is to you to assume how interested each fan is in your content. The more they interact with your posts, the quicker they interact once you've added a post, and how they're interacting with your posts are variables Facebook uses to make this evaluation. Simply stated, because I know that was a mouthful, the closer Facebook believes you are to a given fan, the more likely your post will show up on their newsfeed. The second type is weight, and weight takes how your fans are interacting with you, with your page into account. The quote-unquote stronger the interaction type, the higher the value, because it takes more effort to type a comment than it does to quickly click the like button. A single comment will boost your EdRank score more than a single like. Time decay is the last. Time decay assigns value to a post based on how long ago it was posted. So conceptually, if you posted something that, because of the amount of interaction it generated, contributed, let's say, 100 points toward your EdRank score 2 weeks ago, it only accounts for 10 points today. Therefore, your EdRank score is not cumulative, but it changes daily to reflect your ranking at this moment in time. So, EdRank is how Facebook is attempting to determine how interesting your content is by evaluating how your fans are interacting with the content on your page. If your EdRank score is high, it's concluding that your fans are very interested in what you have to say. On the flip side, if your EdRank score is low, Facebook is assuming that your content is not interesting to your fans. Since I have over 450 friends and I've liked more than 15 pages, my newsfeed can't show me all of their activity. It would be updating way faster than I could read any given post. Therefore, Facebook uses your EdRank score to determine whether or not to show your content on your fans' news feeds. Simply put, you are competing with your fans' friends and pages for exposure on their newsfeed. So since Facebook will never release what your EdgeRank score is, they've given you a tool instead, and I'm going to switch to Promotions Unlimited's page just because we've got more activity that we can look at. And this tool is called Insights. You need, I think it's 30 fans before you can, they show you this tool. And this is going to show you how the activity has been going on your page. So this first graph right here is going to show you over time a couple of different measurements to see how you've been doing for a certain amount of time. Throughout this page there are little question marks. If you just hover over them with your mouse, it's going to give you a description, so it's trying to help you understand all of the different measurements as best it can. So this is right here in overall. And then down here, this is going to show you specifics on each post. So it has different measurements again here, and each of these boxes you can click and it will resort this list by the greatest or the least amount of this column. So if I wanted to see all of the posts that did the best in terms of reach, I would sort this so that the greatest numbers are on top, and then I can see in one place all of the posts that did the best. So I can start getting a feel for what worked and for what didn't, guiding me into how I'm going to post things in the future going forward. So I'm not going to go into this in too much more detail, but I encourage you to use this tool because it's going to really help you do the best that you can using your Facebook page. So that's it for part 3. Please join us for part 4, where I'll explain the process of developing a plan to maintain the Facebook page for your store. Thank you and see you soon.